Kinnersley Social Television, brought to you by Merlin Electronics, Kinnersley's original source for electronics. Welcome to Kinnersley Social TV. This is the weekly edition. I'm Madeline McPhee. This week's news is sponsored by Kinnersley Castle Building Center for all your lumber, building materials, and hardware. Stephanie Fusnick brings healing services to Kinnersley. Stephanie Fusnick has an extensive background in helping others, and in a partnership with Pathway to Wellness, she will be bringing her services to town 3 to 4 times a month. While in university, Stephanie obtained her personal training certification, training athletes, average Joes, right through to individuals with chronic conditions. She also ran the Saskatoon Fire Department, Saskatoon City Police, and RCMP applicant fitness testing. After completing her bachelor's degree, she went on to gain her exercise therapist certification and her master's degree in kinesiology, focusing on clinical cardiac exercise physiology. After this, she went on to work in cardiac rehabilitation for the Saskatchewan Health Authority in Saskatoon, and then as the exercise therapist for the chronic disease exercise management programs for the former Heartland Health Region. After stumbling across osteopathy at a fitness convention, Stephanie knew it was a combination of everything she loved, which spurred her on to research the therapy further. All of this experience has led Fusnick to where she is today, a business owner, manual osteopathic and exercise therapist, personal trainer, and online coach. In addition to treating her clients, she also educates them on how everything in their body works together and how they can live a healthier, happier life. Anyone interested in booking with Stephanie can do so via email, phone, Facebook, or Instagram. You can also book through her website. When the temperature soars, leave your pet indoors. From tornadoes to record-breaking heat to flooding, we have seen it all lately with the weather. When the temperature increases, it's important to take precautions as heat stroke and heat exhaustion can set in quickly. While extreme heat affects everyone, the risks are greater for young children, pregnant women, older adults, people with chronic illnesses, and people working or exercising outdoors. In addition to taking precautions during the heat, please remember to leave your pets at home and not in your vehicle. There is no safe amount of time to leave your pets in the car on a warm day. Animals, especially dogs, are much more susceptible to heat stroke than humans. The temperature inside your car can rise between 8 and 10 degrees in just 10 minutes on a 30-degree day, and your dog could suffer severe and irreversible damage from heat stroke after just 10 minutes. Leaving the windows open or parking in the shade does not reduce the risk. In fact, animal protection officers have measured temps as high as 60 degrees in a parked vehicle. If you see an animal in a parked car, please call the Kinnersley Town Office or the Kinnersley RCMP. Watch for blue-green algae on Saskatchewan waters. The Water Security Agency and the Saskatchewan Ministry of Health are advising the public to avoid contact and consumption of any surface water where there are blue-green algae blooms. Pet owners and livestock producers are also advised to keep their animals away from such water. Algae blooms are heavy concentrations of blue-green algae, which often gives the water a shimmering, foamy, and pea soup-like appearance. Consumption of algae-contaminated water can cause red skin, sore throat, cramps, nausea, and vomiting. Caution should be taken when considering the consumption of fish or shellfish caught in areas of a water body where a bloom exists. The internal organs of a fish should not be eaten. This week's sports news is sponsored by Achieve Land and Crop Sciences, the science of growing. The Kinnersley Clippers welcome both new and familiar faces this season. The Clippers recently welcomed Casey Marchinke, head athlete therapist and equipment manager, to the team. Casey completed his Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology at the University of Saskatchewan in 2019 before earning a degree in athletic therapy at Mount Royal University. During the time, Casey worked as a trainer with the U of S Huskies men's hockey team and then with the MRU Cougars men's hockey team. A native of Saskatoon, Casey has a diversified and impressive background and will be a tremendous asset to the Clippers. The Clippers have also announced the re-signing of assistant coach Mitch Topinki. Mitch will also take on the responsibility of assistant general manager for the upcoming season. Mitch is great to work with and brings a wealth of knowledge and ideas to the Clippers. I'm very happy to have Mitch back and to look forward to working with him on and off the ice, said Clippers head coach Ken Plequin. Check out ClippersHockey.com for the latest Clippers news. Kinnersley Minor Ball is gearing up to host the 18U Provincials. Play ball. Kinnersley Minor Ball is gearing up to host the 18U Provincials in Kinnersley July 23rd to the 25th. If you are around and have volunteer hours to complete, or if you just love baseball and want to help out, please text 306-604-0076 for more information. Note, people with outstanding volunteer hours will be used first. Please be sure to include your name, the dates you are available to work, and your email address so that the worker's schedule can be sent to you once it is complete. Check out more local sports news online at kinnersleysocial.ca. VIU Mariners welcome Eli and Jacob Ortman to the team. The VIU Mariners, the Vancouver Island University baseball team, are in for a great season after adding Kinnersley's own Eli and Jacob Ortman to their 2021-2022 roster. Both boys began their baseball journey at a young age, beginning around the age of 6. However, each fell in love with the sport in a different way. Jacob found his passion for baseball when he began to develop his skills. For Eli, it began with his parents talking about his grandpa George's love of the game. After that, it grew from there. Signing with the Mariners has been a dream come true, said Eli. It means we can go beyond AA and House League ball and play the level of elevated ball we have been looking for after high school. But it also means we can get to attend a very exceptional academic school and program, and that I am very grateful for. Hopefully, in time, we can further our careers in baseball throughout university. As for what's next, both players are determined to make this year a success, while also leaving the door open for future opportunities. My one goal as a younger player was to play university baseball, and I've gotten there, so I'll have to pray about where I think it's going to take me and make decisions and see what happens in the future, says Jacob. This week's weather brought to you by the Tint Doctor. We've got you covered. If you are out of town and wondering what the weather is looking like, be sure to check out our weather cam on kinnersleysocial.ca. This week's movie is Peter Rabbit 2. In Peter Rabbit 2, the lovable rogue is back. Bee, Thomas, and the rabbits have created a makeshift family. But despite his best efforts, Peter can't seem to shake his mischievous reputation. After venturing out of the garden, Peter finds himself in a world where his mischief is appreciated. But when his family risks everything to come looking for him, Peter must figure out what kind of bunny he wants to be. Peter Rabbit will be played from June 16th. Check out sunsettheatre.ca for showtimes. This week's events are sponsored by Normac Construction. Gerard Gerogier's 80th birthday. On July 17th, be sure to come out and celebrate Gerard's 80th birthday. There will be a come and go tea at the Catholic Church Hall from 1 to 4 p.m. COVID precautions will be in place, such as masks and hand sanitation stations before entering. RCMP share tips in protecting your off-road vehicles. As the summer season rolls along, the Kinnersley RCMP would like to remind residents of some simple tips to help prevent theft of off-road vehicles. When you're done using your recreational vehicle, park it in a locked garage or shed. If you can't park indoors, park your recreational vehicle in sight and chained to something. Follow a nightly checklist to ensure everything is locked up and secured for the night. To ensure maximum protection, turn on your outside lights at night. Engrave your off-highway vehicles and other valuable items with your name or a serial number. Keep a detailed list of your property, including photos and serial numbers. Make sure you have a timer for your lights and surveillance cameras installed. The RCMP encourages the public to report any criminal or suspicious activity to the police. If you see a crime in progress, dial 911. The Mackenzie School Bell finds a new home at the Kinnersley and District Plains Museum. With the demolition of the old school site underway, the town of Kinnersley has made the decision to move the bell to the museum, a fitting spot since the bell was purchased in 1911. The museum will be a safe place for the bell to be enjoyed by visitors from all over the world. We are so excited to have it, said Anna Pulsfoot, board secretary for the Kinnersley Museum. One interesting fact about the bell at the museum is that it is actually the second bell purchased for the school, as the first bell was considered too big and thought to be better suited for the town's requirements for a fire bell. Records also show that a school naming contest was held, with the winner receiving $3 in prize money. The school's name was chosen as Mackenzie after the popular new principal. The move into the new school was on Wednesday, August 21, 1912, with the school's hour from 9:30 a.m. to 12 noon and 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The school bell, which hung in the belfry, could be heard all over town. It was rung at 8:40 a.m. every morning as a warning, and then again at 9 a.m. Records also show that the teachers were to be inside the building before the first bell ceased ringing or must report themselves as late on the monthly reports. According to some, the kindly old janitor, Mr. Martin, would keep the bell ringing over time if he saw some teachers hurrying up the street. With the museum back open to the public, now is a great time to stop in and see the little piece of Kinnersley's history in its new home. Yard of the Week number 4. Yard of the Week number 4 goes to Loyola and Jimmy Vandoyla. Thanks for taking such good care of your yard. Check out kinnersley.ca for more Yard of the Week winners. Feed Kinnersley. Feed Kinnersley, a loaves and fishes initiative. Do you or someone you know need food? Don't go hungry. Call 306-463-6146 or text 306-460-9304. Feed Kinnersley would like to thank the community for their support. As the demand continues to grow for their services, they look forward to expanding not only the quantity but also the variety of their menu. This week's giveaway is brought to you by feedkinnersley.ca. Congratulations to Herman Glimcher, winner of this month's giveaway. Enjoy the golf package, Herman, and remember, all you have to do is like our Kinnersley social Facebook page for a chance to win. Included in each golf package is a golf shirt, golf balls, and a free round of golf. Everyone who has already liked our Facebook page is automatically entered into our draw, so keep your eye on your Facebook messages.
Hi everyone, as you know, I'm Maddie McPhee and I'm super excited today to be joined by Jeri-Lynn Johnston, Director of Foundation. Today we'll be chatting about the Pegasus project and a little bit more about what STARS is and how they help people across the province. Can you tell me a little bit about STARS' current fundraiser and why Pegasus project is so important right now?
Sure, thanks, Maddie. So the Pegasus Project is a very unique fundraiser that's taking place, and all proceeds raised are going towards our capital campaign to help replace our fleet of helicopters here across Western Canada. So the Pegasus Project actually kicked off a couple of years ago, and due to COVID, we actually had to postpone taking the car down to Barrett Jackson to be sold. So we're able to run a road show that's going to be having that car run through the entire province throughout the summer months to showcase and for people of the province to see what the Pegasus car is.
How long have you been with STARS? Why were you drawn to working with them?
So I've been with STARS close to 4 years, and previous to working for STARS, I was in the hospitality industry for close to 20 years and saw an opportunity to move to a charity that was making a difference. And STARS is here for all the people of the province, and since 2012, we've flown over 7,000 missions to over 500 communities. So just a great organization and really built by the community for the community.
Many of us may not know what a STARS rescue mission is like. Could you explain to me how STARS is alerted and what happens?
Absolutely. So STARS actually carries out 3 types of missions. So the first would be a scene call that STARS would be dispatched to. So that could be anything from a highway accident to a farming incident. We would be dispatched. We're an extension of 911. So we have an emergency link center that would coordinate emergency response for any calls that come in through 911. And the second type of call that STARS would be called to would be an inter-hospital facility transfer. So there may be a patient in a community, such as Kindersley, who would need to be transported to a higher level of care in, say, Saskatoon. So we would carry out that mission. And the third type of mission, which isn't as common but does occur, is we will do search and rescue as well if needed.
Could you share a little bit about your current fleet and what helicopters you hope to add? And does each helicopter serve a different purpose?
So all helicopters serve the same purpose. They're essentially a flying ICU, and we will be dispatched when needed if there is a patient in critical need of our services. Our fleet of helicopters currently is being replaced, and that's why we have launched the capital campaign, which the Pegasus Project is a part of, helping to fundraise funds for. And the fleet of helicopters that we're moving to are H-145 based model, and those will all be in implementation by next year, 2022.
Okay, perfect. So thank you so much for meeting with us today and telling us about the Pegasus Project.
Great, thanks, Maddie.
Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Check out kinnersleysocial.ca and look out for our free bi-monthly magazines at over 50 locations across Kinnersley.